As the Toronto Blue Jays take the field for the matinee, here's a look at the Red Sox lineup, brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. Dustin Pedroia will lead things off. Then it's Andrew Benintendi in center field. Mookie Betts in right. Hanley Ramirez the DH today. Mitch Moreland at first base with Xander Bogaerts as short. Pablo Sandoval, the switch hitting third baseman, batting seventh. Sandy Leon does the catching, hitting eighth. He and Chris Sale forming a very strong partnership. And Brock Holt in left field and the number 9 hitter. Up against Marco Estrada. He's 0-1, 3.50 ERA. Had his best outing of the season last time out. No decision Blue Jays win here against the Baltimore Orioles. He went 7 and he struck out 7.
The Toronto defense, they've made 8 errors in 14 games. Darwin Barney will be at third base. Ryan Goins gets to start at shortstop. Devin Travis at second, and Justin Smoke, the first baseman. Left to right, Steve Pearce, Kevin Pillar, Jose Batista, and Jared Saltalamacchia doing the catching for Estrada.
Umps today brought to you by Toyota's website for deals, buyatoyota.com. That's Corey Blazer at the plate. Jeff Nelson's the crew chief at first. Laz Diaz and Doug Eddings have second and third. And we're available. This telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your TV remote. SAP presented by Toyota. Visit Copper2Toyota.com to see Toyota deals not seen on TV.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
Red Sox held to just 6 hits last night. So they dipped to second in the major leagues in batting average at .288. And a 4-game winning streak came to an end. Lariano and their bullpen very tough. Rick Porcello is unlucky as he allowed 3 unearned runs all in the second inning, and that was the entirety of the scoring last night.
What you're going to see today from Estrada is a lot of changeups that should be down in the zone, and then he goes with high fastballs. That's pretty much his mix right there. Changeups down, high fastballs. Occasional breaking ball.
And underway. That's where he likes to live, right down there.
Faced the Red Sox 5 times last year, had a 3.18 with a 2-2 record.
Does not allow a lot of hits. Benintendi on deck. Pedroia 0 for 4 last night. And a 33-year-old from Mexico with a 1-1 pitch. And he ran it inside under the hands. Not a hard thrower, but pinpoint control. And he won't walk many. A 2-1. And rattle foul.
There's that changeup we were talking about on a 2-1 count. Has so much confidence in it, and you can see that Pedroia is out on that front foot early, trying to hook that ball and hooks it in foul territory. But that is the first changeup he's featured today.
Well, Pedroia has liked him in the past, beating 9 for 22 against him. That's 409. And he's run it full. John Farrell was talking about the artificial surface here in Toronto and just how bouncy it's become. And that's going to miss, and he walks him on a changeup. We saw that last night, particularly on a play to Moreland at first base, where he committed an error, which is his first in, what, 68 games? Took a bad hop there. Here comes Benintendi.
Yeah, quite frankly, infielders are not fond of the not only the turf part of the infield, but the dirt part of the infield, which they changed over a couple of years ago from complete turf. It doesn't play as well as the one down in Tampa Bay, according to those that I talked to.
Benintendi last night 1 for 3 with a walk. Had a single. Sox had 6 hits and none for extra bases. Back to that play last night at first.
Something had to happen, because when you look right here at Moreland, he watches the ball go by and then he takes a peek back to see what the heck happened. It was very strange. You just don't see him make mistakes like that.
It was a big play, too. It was back-to-back errors by Sandoval and Moreland, and both of those guys came in to score in that inning. And as Farrell said later, Porcello deserved a better fate than the one he got as he took the loss. 7 strong innings. 1-2. Betts on deck. Benintendi with a 4-game hitting streak. He's 9 for 17. Pedroia with a short lead at first base and the 1-2. Here's Barney to dig it into second, on to first, not in time for the double play. They do erase Pedroia in the middle for out number 1.
You know, we've watched the Blue Jays not shift on Benintendi in this series, and there have been a couple of ground balls to that opposite side, the left side of the infield, that have turned into outs for him. Hustling down that line and beating the double play that time as Travis, the second baseman, gets rid of the ball very quickly. But Benintendi able to beat it out, stay away from the double play.
Now the center, Mookie Betts, hitting .347 with a homer, 5 runs batted in. He had 1 hit last night, but the big story was he struck out for the first time since last September. Streak ending 129 straight plate appearances without a K, and afterwards Mookie said it's irrelevant. It's just an out to me. He missed the outside corner at 78 with that changeup.
Yeah, I don't think that that's a number that you know, a player goes in and thinks about after every game. Oh, I didn't strike out tonight. Ooh, I didn't strike out again tonight. You know, you kind of lose track of it after a while and just go about your business. And then when you do finally strike out, of course, the attention is on that, as it should be, because it hasn't been for such a long time. You kind of taken back by it, say, oh, you know,
yep.
Okay.
I think you're right. For him, no big deal.
Right.
That was pretty evident. Swing and a miss on the change. However, in today's baseball terms, it's kind of a major story. With strikeouts through the roof the last few years, everyone's swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
It's home runs or strikeouts. Seems like there's no middle ground. So for a guy to go essentially a month, and it's 29 games without striking out, it does catch your attention. And it's just happened again. Down he goes, strike 3.
That's what we talked about. You know, the high fastballs from Estrada. Now, he doesn't throw that hard. This fastball, as you can see, he's going to get up there only about 90 miles an hour. But he's able to elevate it. He throws so many changes down in the zone that when he comes with that high fastball, it's surprising to hitters.
So 2 down. Red Sox make very good contact. They're tied with the Cincinnati Reds for the fewest strikeouts in baseball. Hanley Ramirez, 250, no homers, still waiting on number 1. Almost had one here in game 1 as he doubled high off the right field fence. Sox coming into this one 9-6. 1 game behind the Orioles and the Yankees. And we'll see Baltimore next at Camden Yards over the weekend. Benintendi with the lead. Popped him up. Maybe a play for Saltalamacchia, heading back, reaching, but can't get to it. Jared Saltalamacchia, former Red Sox catcher, now part-time catcher here.
He's taking a peek, and he tries to go around the back door, as you can see right there, around the netting to try to make the catch. But a lot of things to deal with down here in that dugout area.
Russell Martin, the number 1 catcher, with a day off. And the 0-2 from Estrada will not be made. Benintendi back in. Drew Pomeranz to go on Friday night at Camden Yards, 7:05 against Dylan Bundy. That game will be on NESN Plus. First of three. Some weather in the forecast for Saturday in Baltimore. Here's the 0-2. There goes Benintendi, and it's rocketed foul.
Really had a great jump at first base, too. He's very slow to the plate as Estrada, but obviously with 2 strikes, Hanley's got to be swinging, and Benintendi has to make his way back to first base. But watch the jump that he gets. I mean, he's really got a good one. And if that pitch is not in the strike zone, there's no question he picks up the stolen base and gets in a scoring position.
Moreland on deck if Ramirez keeps the inning humming. Strike 2 down and the 0-2.
And once again, he tries that high fastball on Hanley, and he lays off it just away on the outside part of the plate up high.
Red Sox still last in the majors in home runs. They've only hit 7. Just 1 in this series. Here goes Benintendi again. It's high. The throw by Saltalamacchia will not get him. And Benintendi with another good jump has the stolen base.
Yeah, he's so slow to the plate as Estrada, and his stuff isn't very hard either. And you can see the jump that Benintendi gets. He takes a peek back, but had no problem sliding in head first to get into scoring position. See if Hanley now can drive him in with 2 strikes. Benintendi picking up his 2nd steal of the season.
Likely to be a low scoring game with these 2 pitchers. The 2-2. Good take there. That just missed.
Well, you got one pitcher that pitches in slow motion. That's Estrada, and then you got fast forward Sale.
A real clash of styles here today. Sale coming off 12 strikeouts against Tampa Bay. 2 out and the 3-2. And a pop-up into short right. Coming on Bautista. And that shall do it. Red Sox get a man to second at Strandham, and now Sale taking to the mound for the first time today. Low score, bottom of the first. Red Sox starter presented by New England Audi dealers. Chris Sale 1-1, a 1.25 ERA, holding opponents to a 149 batting average. And he has simply been overpowering with the Sox in his 3 starts. 21 1/3 innings, 29 strikeouts, just 5 walks. Pilar puts a charge into that one, headed toward the alley. Long run Benintendi, and a nice play. Collided a bit with Betts, but got an excellent jump. Big smiles there, out number 1.
That's kind of what we highlighted today in view from the booth, the job that Benintendi has done in center field since moving over there. And it's no surprise to him because he's played a lot in center field. Look at him calling for the ball very early and almost running over Mookie Betts. He covered an awful lot of ground to get to that baseball right there.
He's already gotten his running in today. Between the stolen base and that, here's Bautista. Joey Bats off to a rather discouraging start, hitting 118 with no home runs. Now he has to face Sale, against whom he is 1 for 7. I'll tell you what, it takes an adjustment to watch Chris Sale.
You can't take your eye off him.
Not for a second. He gets it. He throws it. Oftentimes he has to wait for the hitter to get back in.
The hitters try to slow him down a little bit, but it doesn't seem to faze him at all.
2-2 and a chopper foul as he took a shot at the first baseline.
Bautista 1 for 7 in his career against Sale. Pilar was 1 for 9 and almost had himself a double, but nice play by Benintendi.
And Pilar's been red hot when after the very first pitch. Sale looking for his first K. And he's going to get it right there. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blue Jay lineup brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. Morales is next And then Justin Smoke, Steve Pearce, Darwin Barney, Saltalamacchia doing the catching with Travis at second. And Ryan Goins, the shortstop today, and batting ninth. Sale got his first win of the season last time out against Tampa Bay. Ground ball deep short. Bogaerts with a long throw. And a fast start once again for Sale. That's been automatic. He gets a 1-2-3.
Baseball is back at Fenway, and before you know it, the sounds of the Plainridge Park Fenway Concert Series will be too. Limited tickets remain for James Taylor with Bonnie Raitt on August 11th. Get your tickets now at redsox.com/James Taylor.
And Sale gets a strike on Justin Smoke to begin the second inning. No score here in Toronto. Getaway day for the Sox and a rubber game of the series. Smoke 250, 2 home runs. Has homered here. That was in game 1 from this side of the plate. Pearce and Barney after him, the 0-2. Popped up off first base. Moreland charging. Plenty of room.
The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They've made 10 errors in their 15 games. Pablo Sandoval will be at third base. Xander Bogaerts the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second. Mitch Moreland at first. Left to right, Brock Holt gets a start. Andrew Benintendi, Mookie Betts, and Sandy Leon doing the catching for Sale.
Steve Pearce, the former Baltimore Oriole, last 5 years with Baltimore. Now here in Toronto, hitting 162. And like many of the Blue Jay hitters, scuffling in the early going, as they got off to that dismal start. Record of 3-11.
You know, we talked about it, Dave, how players absolutely love to play behind a pitcher that works as quickly as Sale. And one thing you have to be careful about when you play behind strikeout type pitches is you got to really stay in the game, because, you know, a lot of times there's no contact and not much happening. And you've got to be on your toes every single pitch, because that next one may be coming your way, but you can kind of get caught up if he's having one of those big strikeout games and just watching him strike people out.
I've heard infielders talk about getting dazzled, you know, playing behind someone like Pedro.
Yeah.
Stars in your eyes. That's dangerous. The 0-2. Down he goes. 96 with that four-seamer. His second strikeout.
Yeah, first strikeout came on a slider to Batista. This time it's the fastball that he blows right by Pearce on the outside part of the plate. Supposed to be inside, but you can see reaching across was Leon, and still a good result for Sale.
Leading the American League in strikeouts. We may be saying that in September. Now Barney, good contact man, taking strike one. Sale's 3 starts so far. He's allowed 2 runs or less in every one of them. In the last 55 years for the Red Sox, only Beckett, Pedro Martinez, and Tim Wakefield have begun their Red Sox careers so effectively. Already in front 0-2 on Barney, who steps out. Trying to slow up the 28-year-old Sale. Got a piece.
That's what I love about Sale. You know, when the hitter tries to slow him up and steps out, he just stands on the rubber. He doesn't get off and walk around the back of the mound. He just pretty much stands on the rubber and waits for him to get in there. So now you ready? Let's go.
Oh, 2 again to Barney. Strike 3 again with that 96-mile-an-hour fastball. 1, 2, 3. Well, on to the last half of the third inning. 0-0 here in Toronto, and Saltalamacchia will lead things off against Chris Sale. Salty 1 for 10 so far this season since leaving Boston after the 2013 World Series. He's played for Miami, Arizona, Detroit, and now the Blue Jays. So he's been packing that suitcase. A strike. Seems like every time you look up with Sale, the count's 0-2. But look up quickly. Puts him away. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and he has made it 3 consecutive strikeouts and 4 in the game, 1 gone.
That was easy. That is very similar to the pitch he struck Batista out back in the first inning, that big sweeping slider.
Cold Hard Facts are brought to you by Clean, Crisp Coors Light. Most 12 strikeout games since 2012. Sale with 21, leading even Kershaw and Scherzer. Those guys have been Cy Young winners. Line shot in the left field. That'll drop down for a base hit by Travis, who came into the game 4 for 44, and he gets the first hit.
Looked like it might have been a changeup that time from Sale. We'll take a look on a replay and see if it is, but it looked like something off speed. And yes, it was the changeup at 83 miles an hour. Pretty good job there by Travis. Takes it into left field for the base hit. Now, if you're facing a guy like Sale, you got to be aggressive early in the count because you don't want to get yourself to 2 strikes against him.
So a base runner for the first time for the Blue Jays brings up Goins, the number 9 man. You figure they may try to be aggressive on the bases too. A few chances they're likely to get against Sale. Pilar on deck. Ground ball. Here's Bogaerts backing up on it. Going to be close. Safe at second base. And no throw to first base. First and second for Toronto.
Yeah, Xander for some reason got into a backup mode, and when you do that as an infielder, that's going to be trouble. You could see very clearly when he went to second base that base runner was going to beat him. Red Sox looking to see if they're going to challenge this play at second base. Let's take another look. Does Pedroia have it? I don't know.
Indeed, the Red Sox are asking for a review on this. That last angle that we both got looked like Travis got in there.
Yeah, it did. We'll take another look here, see if his foot gets in. Boy, that's really close. I mean, the ball doesn't have to be in the pocket of the glove.
Right. Does not have to be all the way into the pocket.
But Bogaerts got himself in a comfortable position right there. You know, you have to make the split-second decision. Do I charge the ball, or am I going to play it on an extra hop? And once he decided to play it on that extra hop, it kind of kicked him back on his heels.
Ooh, so close.
Yeah, real close. As close as you can get. This will be an interesting decision by the umpires.
Ruled safe on the field. There may not be enough evidence to overturn it. And again, baseball has been talking about, for the first time since introducing replay, putting a microphone on the crew chief at the All-Star game coming up in July, so that when a review is conducted and a decision is made in New York, that umpire can announce to everyone, fans in the ballpark and of course watching on TV and listening on radio, what that decision is and what brought it about, which I think is going to be welcome by fans and frankly everybody else. I don't know if the players are thrilled about it, because some of them are speculating it's going to cause the review to go longer. Not sure that's true, but it's really not for necessarily the players as much as it is the audience.
Yeah, and you know, you got 40,000 people in the stands that really don't have any idea what's going on. So it doesn't take long to announce it.
Safe. So Toronto has some brewing here. Disjointed play by Bogaerts. And that'll put runners at first and second for the number 9 man Goins. Or rather, the leadoff man Pilar will step in for the second time. They will charge an error on that play. Fielder's choice in an E6. And Pilar really cooking these days. A 7-game hitting streak. Back-to-back 3-hit games in the series. He has been one piece of constant offense for a team that has had trouble scoring. And a cut and a miss.
96 that time with the fastball. It's picked up velocity since the first inning.
Pilar just 1 for 10 against the left-hander Sale. They hit the ball hard the first time, deep in the air to center. Right through it. He got him. He strikes him out. And a big K for Sale. There are 2 gone.
There's no question what Sale wanted to do there with Pilar was stay with fastballs, one after another. 1, 2, 3, and back to the dugout for Pilar, all on fastballs.
So he has struck out 5. That brings up Bautista. He whiffed his first time up, making him 1 for 8 against the lefty. He's approaching 60 at bats since his last home run. And a strike.
That's a big break. That ball starts on the outside part, off the outside part of the plate, ends up picking up the inside corner.
Look at this. Only 3 balls so far from Sale.
Another weak swing there by Bautista. That's how he struck out back in the first inning on that type of pitch. It was actually a little bit lower on the strikeout.
Runners lead at first and second. No score in the third. He's looking to strike out 3 men in the inning. The 1-2. Half a wave, and he went. He committed strike 3, and Sale is out of the inning with another K. He strands 2. Red Sox baseball in NESN is brought to you by Lexus and the Lexus Strikes Out Hunger program. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. Subaru Retailers of New England. LL Bean, inspiring products designed for a reason. Start your next outdoor adventure at llbean.com. And by Ford Trucks, built Ford Tough, the official truck of the Boston Red Sox. Sox nothing, Toronto nothing. 3 hits today by the 2 clubs. Toronto just 1 against Sale. And that was a base hit by Devin Travis off a changeup in the 3rd inning. Here's Morales. 0 for 1 today. He is grounded to the shortstop. And he has a devil of a time against Sale. Fly ball to right. Routine play for Betts. And that will make him 5 for 27 against the left-hander.
Don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings live right after the game. TC, Jim Rice, and Steve Lyons will break down today's game. And you'll hear from Chris Sale and John Farrell. Whatever, whenever, wherever, who but WB Mason?
You know, Chris Sale broke into the majors back in 2010 with the White Sox. They used him out of the bullpen for 2 years. He had 12 saves. Smoke takes a strike. Since becoming a starter in 2012, he's 4-1 against Toronto with an ERA of 2.08. So very, very tough on them too. Smoke 0 for 1. He's popped out foul to first. Line shot to right, then settles down for a base hit. Betts over near the line. That'll be their 2nd hit today against Sale.
That's a pretty good piece of hitting there by Smoke. He got a breaking ball down and away. Actually, not a bad pitch from Sale. See the curveball and see the location of it. Down in the strike zone, away, but still served to the opposite field by Smoke. Both hits have come on off-speed pitches. A changeup to Travis and a breaking ball there to Smoke.
Sends up Pierce 0 for 1. He struck out first trip. Chris Sale has pitched in or been chosen for the All-Star game 5 times, including last season. But he has never pitched in postseason play. On his 8th major league season. So he has talked about that burning desire to finally get into October. And he will have a major say in that with the Red Sox. The 2-0. He's fallen behind now, 3-0. He has not walked anybody today. Barney next. Smoke at first base with 1 gone. And on 4 straight, Pierce is aboard first and second for Toronto. It's a momentary lapse there for the 6'6" left-hander. And for the 2nd straight inning, Toronto has 2 men aboard with 1 away. Barney, one of the 6 strikeout victims. So he's 0 for 1. He's been swinging a good bat. Cut and a miss for strike 1.
Well, that pitch, for the most part today, has been devastating against those right-handers. Smoke did hit a good one, but the ones that have been down and in have been unhittable.
Barney's hit safely in 5 in a row. He's in the hole now, 0-2. He came right at him with that heater again.
Cranked it up at 96 miles an hour that time.
Smoke at second, Pierce at first. Sale eyeing his 7th K in the book. Instead contact. Here's Sandoval. The scoop out there. No throw. Got the man in the middle and is safe on the corners.
Wise decision too by Pedroia not to make that throw. They had no chance to get Barney down at first base, and the only thing that can come out of that is something bad. Throw the ball away and a run scores. And Sandoval going to his left, charging the ball, has to clear himself for the runner to make the throw, and you can see right there that Pierce is right on Pedroia. He had nowhere to go with the baseball. So you make a fake there. You look toward third base, see if anybody's come off the bag too far, and that was not the case that time.
So first and third, 2 down for Saltalamacchia, who struck out first trip. He'll take ball 1. Played 3 full seasons with the Red Sox between 2011 and 13. Smoked the runner at third base, and Barney at first. 1-0 and another wave and a miss.
That's the pitch he struck him out on back in the 3rd inning. Did not look good on that swing either.
Saltalamacchia with 25 home runs for the Sox in 2012. But by the World Series of 13, David Ross was the #1 catcher. Here's the 1-1. 97.
I'll tell you, the way this game's going, you know what I would do? I'd try a double steal right here with the count 1 and 2. What the heck? Runner at first base, you get caught between first and second and hope the man at third can score. I mean, it's going to be tough getting runs today. Try anything.
Sale with a 1-2. Runner at first does go. Taking off. Barney is safely down to second. So he was moving.
Yeah, they were thinking about it. The problem is that they didn't get a pitch they could execute it on. They did get the stolen base, get 2 men in a scoring position, but watch the location of the pitch. It's something that Leone cannot even throw. But the job there of the base runner, had they thrown the ball, would have been to just stop, get caught in a rundown, and hope the man from third scores.
Well, 2 men in scoring position for the Blue Jays with 2 down. 2-2 on Saltalamacchia. Sale looking to end this threat. And he's run it full. Travis on deck. The southpaw's 3-2. And he got him. Struck him out. 83 miles an hour with the slider. For his 7th K. 2 left in scoring position. Attention Red Sox Nation, is the reason why the Red Sox and the rest of America run on Dunkin'. Dunkin's iced coffee, consistently smooth and delicious. Dunkin' Donuts coffee, #1 in New England. The Boston Red Sox run on Dunkin'. Now Mookie Betts doing a little bit running in the top of the inning. 2 stolen bases, but nothing across the plate. So Sale back at it. Nothing. He has struck out Batista twice. Batista scuffling 0 for his last 14. 1-2. Morales on deck and then Smoke. So that's 2, 3, and 4 for Toronto. Bautista re-signing for 1 year as Encarnacion walked to Cleveland. Here's the 1-2. He struck him out again. That's number 3.
3 times today. 1 time on a slider. The next 2 times on a fastball. That fastball was supposed to be inside and stayed on the outside part of the plate, but still caught Bautista looking.
And number 8 for Sale. His pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. His pitch count's in great shape. 73. He starts off Morales with a slider. He's 0 for 2, having tapped to second and flied to right. Sale working at warp speed. Tossing a 2-hitter. And now a 3-hitter. Morales punches a single with 1 down here in the 6th inning. He has not had many of those against Sale. Just 6 of them now in 28 at bats.
Yeah, 3 hits now in the game against Sale. Travis with 1, Smoke with 1, and now Morales with the base hit, pulling it between third and short. Here's Biagini loosening up in the bullpen. Saw him last night.
Pitched very well. It's not going to be better than Estrada. The way he's pitched today. Here's Smoke. 1 for 2 at the base hit. That could wind up being a big break for the Red Sox if Gibbons decides to lift his starter. He's over 100 pitches. Sale is nowhere near yet. No score here in the 6th. And it's quickly 0-2. Sale allowed 2 base runners in the 3rd inning. He got out of that with back-to-back strikeouts of Pilar and Batista. Single and a walk against him in the 4th inning. Got out of that with a strikeout of Saltalamacchia. Looking at number 9 here, but a ground ball to Bogaerts. Pedroia, 1 on to first, 2. So Sale gets the double play ball, and that's the end of 6. Still nothing in Toronto.
An expert emergency care without leaving the ballpark at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. First aid station located behind Section 12 on the lower concourse. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Visit BIDMC.org.
Well, you see Estrada packing up. He's done for the day, 106 pitches. The Red Sox will not weep, as he allowed only 3 hits, struck out 7.
Well, that could end up to be a very good thing for the Red Sox.
Biagini out of their bullpen. Off to an excellent start. Made his major league debut against the Red Sox last year. Struck out David Ortiz for his first career strikeout. And throws a lot harder than Estrada does. Here's Bogaerts now. Xander particularly happy because he's 2 for 23 against Estrada. And it's Sandoval and Leon here in the 7th. Starting to get late in a 0-0 game. And a fly ball into left field. Pierce has been quite busy. Back for that for the out. 1 away, down to Guerin.
Thanks, OB. Tomorrow the Bruins continue their quest for the Cup. The Bees head back to the Canadian Tire Center to take on the Senators, and NESN has exclusive local coverage beginning at 6:30 with a 1-hour pregame show. Quest for the Cup on NESN is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. OB.
Thanks, Guerin. Bees up against it. Here's Sandoval. He's 1 for 2, a base hit and a fly to center. That average creeping up for Pablo here in Toronto. He's hit safely in all 3 games.
Now this game has become the quest for just a run. Never mind the Stanley Cup, just a run.
Yeah. You figured it would go this way when you saw the pitching matchup on paper. Sale and Estrada. Played out that way. A total of 6 hits, 3 apiece.
Yeah, it's weird because Estrada is one of those guys, when I see his name on the advance sheet to pitch, I don't really get all that excited about it. And then you see him pitch and you realize how smart and good he is by just changing speeds, that great changeup, and locating his fastball, a little cutter.
Dribbler up the line. Biagini goes for the tag and gets the out. 2 up and 2 down. I think you're right about that. There's some guys that kind of get lost in the wash a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. And I think he's one of them.
And they deserve a better, I think, reputation.
Yeah.
But he's certainly one of those guys.
I mean, everybody knew Chris Sale was pitching today. You know.
2 down for Sandy Leon. Here in the top half of the 7th inning. I'm getting a lot of texts, people saying I'm an idiot for not taking the stays out of my collar before I bring them the shirts to the dry cleaner. I didn't realize that was a thing.
What are you getting ripped for taking him out?
For not taking them out.
Oh, you're supposed to take him out.
I'd say, first I've heard of it. Sandy on the day, 2 flyouts.
Looks like a rock concert in here as everybody's got their cell phones lit up.
Thousands of kids here today playing hooky. That's in there for a strike. Roof is on here. It's been raining throughout the morning and into the afternoon here in Toronto as that one is fouled away. It's nice to have the dome here in Canada. Brock Holt on deck. No score in the 7th. Sox will be back outdoors at Camden Yards tomorrow. Jackie Bradley returning to the club. Off rehab, 1-2. Smith and Loop side by side in the Toronto pen.
Now Loop, the only left-hander they have in the bullpen.
2-2. Left it a little bit outside at 94. Sox had a base runner in the first, had 2 in the third, another in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and that's been it. Red Sox were shut out last night 3-0. Here's the 3-2. Ground ball pretty well hit. Sliding stab there by Goins. Up and gunning. Got him. One of the better plays all day. And the Red Sox go 1-2-3 in the seventh. Red Sox baseball in NESN is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. In Toronto, 0-0. 3 hits apiece. Toronto starter Estrada is out of the game. Sale stays on. He has 8 Ks in the book. And in this inning, the 7th, he'll get Pierce, Barney, and Saltalamacchia, the scheduled hitters. Chris trying to go to 2-1 on the year. But once again in need of offense behind him. And that's something he has not had in any starts. But look at this. Look at the 79 pitches and 61 strikes, Jerry.
That's off the charts. I mean, that is. And this guy's a power pitcher?
Right. Not supposed to have that kind of breakdown when you throw 96, 97. Pierce, a strikeout victim. He's also taken ball 4. Started the day 4 for 12 lifetime against Chris Sale. Barney next.
Wow your clients and guests with the new suites at premium experiences at Fenway Park. Visit RedSox.com/premium sales or call 617-226-6912 to learn more about Red Sox suites and premium packages.
0-2. Did he hold up? No, he did not. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And number 9 for Chris Sale.
Like players, hitters have a tough time staying off this breaking ball from Sale. You know, most of them start their swing, they try to check it, but they end up going through with it.
1 fast out. And another strikeout here. And that would be 3 consecutive 10 strikeout games for Chris Sale. Only one that he would not have done it, assuming he gets another one, was his first start of the season against the Pirates when he struck out 7 over 7. Barney has whiffed and also hit into a fielder's choice, and it counts 1-2.
He's had breaking ball again, a little different type that time, more of a over-the-top breaking ball.
Saltalamacchia has struck out twice. He's up next. 1-2. He got him. 95 with the rising heater, and there is number 10.
You know, when we talk about Kimbrel, you know, forget about, you know, the location. I mean, look at Leon set up inside. Look where the fastball goes. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's still so hard. You can't make contact on it, and it's elevated.
So for the 38th time in Chris Sale's career, he has 10 or more punch-outs. Saltalamacchia has struck out 2 times. Once in the third, again in the fourth. Sale dazzling again. Strike 2.
Change up followed by the breaking ball. Now the fastball.
On 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. He strikes out the side. Stay tuned for Red Sox Final, presented by Plainridge Park Casino. TC Jim Rice and Steve Lyons have highlights and stats from around the American League East. Plenty of highlights from Chris Sale. Brilliant again 11 strikeouts, 3 hits, but in need of at least a run.
3 strikeouts in the 7th inning, and Saltalamacchia, the last batter, had absolutely no chance. No chance against Sale.
Sale has struck him out 3 times and Bautista 3 times. Here comes Joe Smith out of their bullpen. He is married to Allie LaForce of CBS, fine sports reporter. And he's pitched well early on. Here's Brock Holt. Brock on the day, a strikeout, a fly to left. Then Pedroia, then Benintendi, as we have come to the 8th inning in a 0-0 game at Rogers Center. Chris Sale completely dominating once again. But the Red Sox only have 3 hits. Same as the Blue Jays. Another case of Sale mixing it up. He had the great slider, big fastball. He's been throwing everything for strikes. That hasn't changed since his first start. The Red Sox are having a hard time scoring for Chris. Here's the 1-2 from Smith. And that'll drop in for strike 3. 1 man gone in the 8th. For every Red Sox home run, Speedway donates $500 to Boston Children's Hospital. You can visit your Boston area Speedway during April. Use your Speedy Rewards card when you purchase $3 of in-store merchandise and get 10 cents off per gallon of gas. Pedroia with a walk, a single, and a ground ball to short. Facing the right-hander Smith, who did pitch in 16 games for the Cubs last year, so he has a world championship ring coming his way, which is about the size of a manhole cover. Those Cubs rings.
Expensive manhole cover. Breaking ball this time. The sliders, he drops down to the side, both with his fastball and breaking ball.
Cubs ring 70 grand apiece. You're right. To the right side. There's Travis. Up and over for the second out.
Tomorrow at 6, don't miss Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud. Available at Men's Warehouse. Tom Caron, Jim Rice, and Steve Lyons will preview the Red Sox next series against the Orioles.
Benintendi digging in 1 for 3 with a single.
I'd like to see him leave one of those sliders right in Benintendi's sweet spot and have him take it out of here. That would be very nice.
I might take that today. Red Sox with 3 singles. They had 6 singles last night and losing 3-0. And he'll take ball 1.
Man, there was a slider, but it was too far inside.
And Smith with a 1-0. Mookie Betts next. Saw Mookie last on the bases in the 6th inning when he took a walk and stole 2nd and 3rd. That'll break in there for a called strike. Mookie did belt a home run off of Smith on Tuesday here at Rogers Center. Sox would love to get him up again to 2-1. Flared foul. Mookie, when he reached 3rd a couple of innings ago, came halfway home when Estrada was working from the stretch. But the Sox could not get him in. A 2-2. A good cut.
A good swing at a fastball right down the middle of the plate.
Smith a little fortunate. 2-2, 2 out, bases empty, no score. Top of the 8th. Sale getting ready to go back out here at Rogers Center. And swung on and missed. Actually foul tip to the mid for strike 3. And the Red Sox for the second inning in a row go in order.
The Red Sox have 26 different start times throughout the season by importing the NESN Red Sox calendar into your favorite desktop, web, or mobile calendar. You will not miss a game. You will get automatic updates, game reminders, and much more. Visit NESN.com/schedule to import the schedule today.
Sale dealing the 0-1, and now 2 strikes on Travis, who is singled and flied out. Looks like Troy Tulowitzki has a bat. And he would hit for Goins. Just got a piece of that to hang in. 44,283 on hand. They have seen a gem from the Red Sox left-hander, who has piled up 11 strikeouts. And at the moment tossing a 3-hit shutout, but without the benefit of a run for him. Tied him up, and he struck him out. Here's number 12.
He's just become a strike-throwing machine here late in the game. Well, he always has been. But, I mean, especially here late in the ballgame. That's 4 straight strikeouts now. And, I mean, he's not wasting anything. Overpowering with the fastball in.
That is 4 consecutive strikeouts going back to the last inning. So getting better as the game grows later. But now Tulowitzki. Gibbons hoping he'll run into one. He's 1 for 6 lifetime against Sale. And Pilar on deck. Here's the 1-0. Bogarts in on it for the one-hand stab. 2 down. Now the closer is working in a Toronto pen. The 22-year-old Roberto Osuna, who pitched last night. 2 away. Pilar will stand up there. He's had a quiet day after a very noisy first couple of games. He had 3 hits in each of the first 2. But today a fly to center, a strikeout, and a pop to the catcher. And strike 1. Sale not yet at 100 pitches.
Well, there's a stunner right there. He threw a ball away from the strike zone outside. What's going on?
1-1, and that's going to drift into center field for a base hit right off the end of the bat. And he's a threat to run as well.
2 hits today have been on the changeup. One to Travis back in the 3rd inning. This one here to Pilar in the 8th. And Pilar has a little speed. Let's see if they try to get him in a scoring position with 2 outs.
Bautista coming up, and Sale has punched him out 3 times.
And got him on a breaking ball, and then after that, fastballs. Breaking ball first, fastball up and away. Didn't check his swing, and then a fastball again away.
Bautista skidding. He's 0 for his last 14. He's about to see the 100th pitch from Sale, who has thrown 77 strikes. Two stolen bases. And a step off by Sale, and leaping back in Pilar. 2 gone. Well, right now, Bautista looks like he is tied up in knots.
Yeah, it's confused. I mean, that was a changeup that time from Sale. And completely way out in front, you know, then he had to hold the bat up, off balance.
He's hit a lot of home runs in his career. Went for one right there and came up empty.
On fastball 93, but still behind it.
Morales would be next. Bottom of the 8th, 0-0. Sale eyeballing his 13th strikeout today. Runner goes. Half away with a miss. Down he goes. Strike 3. Got him again. For the 4th time today. 13 strikeouts for Sale. As we go to the 9th. 0-0. Sox baseball in Nesson is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Our Xfinity game summary. It's all about Chris Sale today. 13 strikeouts. Incredible again. Estrada went 6. He was awfully tough. Toronto has 4 hits. The Red Sox only 3. And the Blue Jays bring on Osuna, their closer, here in the 9th inning in a 0-0 game to face Betts, Ramirez, and Moreland. We saw him last night as he locked it up, a 3-0 Toronto win. He's 57 for 67 in his career in saves. Mookie on the day, 2 strikeouts, a walk, and a pair of stolen bases. He's quickly behind 0-2. Toronto's made a couple of changes on the infield. We'll get to those in just a moment. Fouled away. Barney has moved from third base over to shortstop as Tulowitzki hit for Goins, and Coghlan is now in the game at third. Former Rookie of the Year. Osuna with a big fastball. That's the all-important leadoff man in the 9th. Pops that one up. Smoke racing to the seats, and he's there to make the catch near the Red Sox dugout for the first out. So 1 gone in the 9th.
You get a little extra room here at the Rogers Center where the dugouts are because they kind of cut back from the playing field area, and that gives Smoke a little bit more room to go get that foul ball. When you see where the stands jet out, then it cuts back a little bit down toward our camera area in the dugout area. Gives you a little extra room in foul territory.
Andy Ramirez now 0 for 3. He's had a pretty quiet series. Tried to get noisy with that one as the helmet popped off on a 94-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Moreland next. No activity in the Red Sox bullpen. That's a strike. 0-2.
Nasty location, too, outside part of the plate. Certainly not one you want to swing at unless you get 2 strikes on you.
He is 3 for 7 against this right-hander. (0-2) and would not chase it. Red Sox heading for Baltimore in a 3-game series starting on Friday. Hoping to have a series win in Toronto to begin the trip. Osuna with a 1-2. Just a little bit low.
Osuna turned around like he had the strikeout. He couldn't believe when it wasn't called a strike. I think the Red Sox and Hanley got away with one right here. See him turn around. He thinks he's got the punch out.
Now Kimbrel beginning to loosen in the Sox pen as Hanley flicks a foul back out of play. If you are just tuning in, Chris Sale has been amazing again today with 13 strikeouts, his season high, and only 4 hits allowed to Toronto, the 2-2. Down he goes, strike 3. 2 gone.
Osuna that time elevating the fastball against Ramirez. Second time Hanley struck out today. Once was on a breaking ball, this time on a fastball. And that one about shoulder high.
Now square off against Moreland, who has flied out twice and struck out. He is one of only 7 Red Sox home runs this season. The 0-1. Fouled back, and quickly 2 strikes on Mitch Moreland.
Yeah, when they've thrown Moreland fastballs today, they've had a steady diet of them up in the zone. That's how they struck him out back in the 6th inning.
We are in the 9th inning, 0-0. Tremendous pitching on both sides all afternoon.
Same thing upstairs with a fastball.
Hesitation. There's a rocket. That's punched toward the alley. Bautista on the run. Dives, can't get it. It's past him. All the way to the fence. Moreland rounding, and he'll head on back to second base as he doubles again, and the Red Sox have a man at second with 2 down in the 9th.
Now that time he was ready for it. They wanted to elevate the fastball. Didn't get it quite as high as they would like to, and Moreland able to get in a scoring position with the double. See, Saltalamacchia up in the position to get that high fastball. It's above the belt, but it's right about letter high, and that's one that Moreland can handle. Bautista into the dive. He can't get it. And Moreland was thinking about 3 bases, but wisely just held up at second base.
So his 11th double, and the Red Sox with hope here to finally get a run across for Sale. Xander Bogaerts will climb in. 0 for 3 today. He has struck out, grounded a short fly to left. And the first pitch in for strike 1. That is the first Red Sox extra base hit in the last 2 games. But can the Red Sox get him in? A check swing. The appeal, no swing. 1-1.
Take a look from the side. Was it close? Not even close. Moreland at second base got to get himself a big lead, big jump, and non-contact takeoff because he doesn't have great speed, and the ball gets to the outfield quick on this turf. Got to be able to score on a base hit.
As soon as 1-1. Dipping downstairs, 2 balls, 1 strike. Tried to get him to go for that slider. Xander, of course, won a game back at Fenway after a big double by Hanley Ramirez by taking a line drive into right field and scoring the game winner. That one's off the plate. Now 3-1.
Might be being very careful here with Bogaerts. Sandoval on deck. Thinking about 1-8. That gap between center field and right field on a line right now.
Hitters count 3-1. Line, that's fair down the line. He comes through again. Here comes Moreland. Play at second base. The dive, the tag. He's safe. And the Red Sox lead it 1-0 in the ninth inning. Xander maybe a little shaken up there as he went diving headlong into second, ruled safe. That was a shot just inside the line.
Yeah, beautiful thing, going the other way as he normally does with a couple of strikes, and rifles it down that first base line. Looks like he jammed a finger as he went into the head first slide. Inside out swing, hands inside the baseball, muscles it right by the first baseman in fair territory. Red Sox pick up the run. Bogaerts in a second now. He goes into the head first slide, and I think that's where he jammed the finger. Here's Moreland coming around third base. He has no problem scoring. It wasn't quite the one I was thinking about, but it was in the same direction.
And watch Sale's reaction. Probably thinking it's about time as the run scores. And Xander Bogaerts going to stay in the game as the runner at second. And I see guys so often jam their fingers, dislocating pinkies, and they're not wearing that extra glove. Can't do that in that situation because he was hitting, not a base runner. Appears to be all right. Now they're going to take a look at the play at second base. So this is under review by Toronto.
Now let's take a look at it first and see if the tag was there before the hand got to the bag. I'm not sure. I'm not. It seems to me that the tag was higher than the hand. Let's take another look. I don't know. I don't know how they make these calls, some of them. Was the tag higher than the hand? That's the question I have. And if it was, that means he's safe.
Shaking it left hand. See if they have enough evidence on this to rule it differently. In any event, the run in. And the Red Sox have a 1-0 lead in the ninth inning on back-to-back doubles by Moreland and Bogaerts.
Yeah, two-out magic for the Red Sox here in the ninth.
If the inning continues, Sandoval will be up. They overturn the call. That'll be the third out at second base. Kimbrel has been warming. You automatically bring in your closer. Now he did get up and obviously he's warming, but Sale has been so good.
How many pitches for Sale? Is he? He's got to be up over 100, right?
Believe he is 102 right now.
102. I don't know, man. I think I'd come back one, but they're shaking his hand like he's done. So.
There's your answer, yeah.
Yeah, there's your answer.
So it will be Kimbrel, who's been lights out. Just had 3 consecutive saves over the weekend and has not pitched in a couple of days. Sale just off the charts again. 13 strikeouts.
You know, I said it last time in the postgame show, and for me, as we still wait for a decision from the umpire, it looks like they're getting ready to make the call, and they're going to call him. Come on.
Out. So that is out number 3.
And the run scores.
The run comes in to score. Combination of Moreland and Bogaerts. And Sale has a 1-0 lead. Kimbrel coming on to try and lock it down here in Toronto. Saturday morning, an all-new dining playbook. Billy and Jenny head to the new Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Waltham. Don't miss this and more on an all-new dining playbook Saturday at 9. Dining playbook on NESN, driven by your New England Chevy dealers.
You know, Dave, I was going to say, before I was rudely interrupted by that out call at second base, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way. It's not disrespecting Pedro at all, but you almost have the same feeling when Sale pitches that you had when Pedro pitched. Now, Pedro did it for a long, long time, obviously. But it's that kind of feeling when you come to the ballpark like you're going to see something special.
Yes. We did today. 13 strikeouts over 8. Kimbrel coming on now. Struck out all 3 batters he faced in the 9th inning Monday against Tampa Bay for his 6th save. And he deals ball 1 on Morales. Then it'll be Smoke and Pierce. Bottom of the 9th. Red Sox ahead finally 1-0. Bogaerts with a huge hit. Officially a base hit now and thrown out at second. And a 1-0. High fly dead away center. Benintendi all the way back. She is gone and the game is tied.
Well, Kimbrel, who has been lights out recently, gets taken deep to straightaway center field off that backdrop by Morales. So all the excitement of the 1 run for the Red Sox gone. Fastball down the middle, straightaway center field.
And he knew it. A shot by Morales. His 3rd home run of the season. So a 1-1 game. Here's Smoke, who has 2 home runs this year. So no decision for Chris Sale. And that's a shame. Fly into left field, but no carry on this one. Brock Holt is there. 1 man gone.
I thought, honestly, with the low, just around 100 pitches, that I thought he may come out in the 9th inning. But then when you see Kimbrel loosening up, you say, no, they're going to definitely go to him once they got him hot and ready to go. But it doesn't pay off this time.
Ezekiel Carrero with a bat. Man who hit a home run 2 nights ago in the 9th inning. And he will hit for Pierce. Bases empty with 1 down, tied 1-1. In there for a strike at 97. Back to that home run on Tuesday. Red Sox were sailing at that point into the 9th inning, but then Toronto scored 3 times, 2 of them on that shot. They closed the gap to 1 before the Sox hung on for the win. And it's 0-2. Jason Grilli now throwing in their bullpen, the 40-year-old. Morales has tied it. Now the Red Sox need to get the game to extra innings. And down he goes hacking for strike 3. 2 away. And that'll send up Darwin Barney. And if the game goes 10, the Red Sox will have Sandoval, Leon, and Holt due up. Each side with 5 hits. Saltalamacchia on deck. And ball 1. Certainly deflating for the Red Sox to do all that work to get a run up there, and then Kimbrel gives up the home run immediately. The 1-0. A strike. Moreland at first, Sandoval at third, hugging the lines, playing no doubles. That just misses. Kimbrel with a 2-1 to Barney. Fouled out of play to the right. So Kimbrel with a blown save. They're trying to end the 9th inning with a strikeout, the 2-2. And another ground foul.
Red Sox dugout absolutely stunned by the home run. I mean, you know, you had that 1-0 lead, everything going in your favor. And first batter up makes that lead disappear.
Like a lightning bolt. Two-two. Spoiled again. Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles tomorrow from Camden Yards. 7:05. That game on NESN Plus. Drew Pomerantz against Dylan Bundy in the first of 3. Kimbrel trying to finish up the inning. And he does with a strikeout. He struck out 2 men, but Morales gets him. Red Sox in a bit of a state of shock here after Craig Kimbrel allows the leadoff home run in the 9th inning to Morales to tie the game. Really a no-doubter. So it is on to the 10th. Again, no decision for Sale. He was so deserving today. 8 innings, 13 strikeouts, 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk. Nothing to show for that.
Yeah, that's a real shame right there.
Sandoval 1 for 3 today with a base hit. Sox held to 5 hits. Toronto held to 5. Barnes throwing in the Red Sox pen. Pablo the base hit in the 5th. Really still throws fairly hard. Could go 93 to 94.
And he's one of those guys that when he throws the ball up the home plate, he kind of grunts. You can hear him on our microphones.
It sounds like half of a tennis match.
Yeah.
One. He waves right through that one at 79. A ball, 2 strikes on Sandoval. Really very deliberate. Gotten more so as he's aged. 1-2 is high. They started Marco Estrada today. Went 6 very good innings. No decision for him. He was moments away from going to the 7th inning. They stopped him at 6. Just over 100 pitches. He allowed 3 hits. And the 2-2.
So far, everything he's thrown to Sandoval has been up and out of the strike zone for the most part. And has the count at 2-2. So a lot of those high fastballs Pablo's been swinging at.
Sandy Leon next. Two. That one golf to center field, backing up. Pilar still racing back. Back to the track to make the catch. That had a lot of carry on it. 1 man out in the 10th.
Yeah, that's the first pitch that was actually down in the zone. And Sandoval hits it a long way to center field. It kind of surprised Pilar, I think. That ball's down and in. Usually you'll see that ball pulled by the hitter. But this one goes a straightaway center field and with some power.
And Pilar feeling for the fence. Sandy León is due. 2 for his last 22. 0 for 3 today. He'll look at ball 1. Brock Holt, the next man in. Guy who's had a lot of success in this ballpark in his major league career. Tied up 1-1, 10th inning. And a strike. That ran downstairs at 93 with a four-seamer. Two and one on León with one away, and he'll get time from home plate ump Corey Blazer. Red Sox offense has really been stifled these last couple of games. 2-1. And it's a very good pitching staff when you face Toronto. Saw one of their better starters today in Estrada. Also saw Stroman in the series, although the Red Sox got to him. Osuna, the closer. Although he gave up a run and fouled in the air out of play. Sox began play today as the #2 hitting team in the majors behind Washington, batting .288. It's the one run here this afternoon. 3-2. Sandy continues to fight.
Tomorrow at 6:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU. Tom Caron, Jim Rice, and Steve Lyons will preview Drew Pomerantz's start against the Orioles. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you?
Really comes set and the 3-2. And he missed outside at 92 to walk him. So the Sox have a base runner with one away in the 10th. León taking his base. Brock Holt will dig in. He has struck out twice today and flied out to left.
Again, it's one of those situations, and I don't know what they'll do here, but you know, with Brock Holt, you can certainly play hit and run. You don't need speed at first base. The problem is Holt hasn't played much and not much contact today. 2 strikeouts. That's working against that play.
Brock currently in an 0 for 12. He breaks that with a base hit. León up to second, stopping there. And the Red Sox are in business, first and second with one away.
Well, that quickly changes that. One pitch, base hit for Holt. And a pinch runner coming out at second base now. Hernandez is going to run. Much better speed than Sandy León.
So Christian Vasquez will take over behind the plate. But Hernandez may be a key man here this afternoon. Now at second. And Dustin Pedroia will be the batter. Red Sox were on top for like 2 minutes. Trying to get back on top again. Pedroia 1 for 3 today with a single. He's also taken ball 4. Only one out. Pedroia, another member of the Red Sox with much success at Rogers Center. His career .293 here. First and second with one gone. And they let the first one go for ball four, just off the corner, said Blazer.
And I'm going to be honest with you, the decision to take Sale out, I really thought with this pitch count just slightly over 100 that he would come in that inning, and if he did get above base runner, then you'd see Kimbrel. I think what John Farrell is going to say is that, he likes Kimbrel with a clean inning. And obviously that time it didn't work out.
High pop-up foul off third base, and Coughlin with some room there and makes the play for the second out. So that brings up the question, why warm up Kimbrel? Why not let Sale be his own closer?
Yeah, well, I thought, as I said, I thought Sale would start the inning, and then if he got in any kind of trouble at all, gave up a base runner because his count's now already over 100 anyway, then you go to Kimbrel. And they'll say that Kimbrel was better with, coming in for a clean inning. So a tough one, and it's questions that he'll have to answer after the game. But it's a tough call when you get a guy throwing that good.
Let's say this, 102 pitches for Sale is not out of line.
Yeah.
So there was a decision to be made there. Here's Benintendi now. There are two down. On the afternoon, he is 1 for 4.
And then you take the other end of it where Kimbrel had been lights out over his last few outings.
True. And I think that's exactly what John Farrell had in mind. He had a great weekend where he's blowing every hitter away. And wanted his closer in. Now, it won't be a moot point regardless of the outcome of this game, but I think you'd hear a lot less chatter about it if Benintendi rifles a single right now.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Tied up 1-1 in the 10th. And a 1-0 pitch. Benintendi with 10 runs batted in. In the top 10 in the American League now with 20 hits. He's done good work with runners in scoring position. Looking for something to drive here with 2 down and 2 on. He checked his swing, the appeal, and no. Doug Eddings got it right at third base.
Yeah, I tried that breaking ball down and in on Benintendi. He started to go, but was able to hold up the bat. He might be back in that fastball count right now.
Now, Red Sox did it with 2 in the 9th inning. Back-to-back hits by Moreland and Bogaerts to take a 1-0 lead. 2 out here, and Benintendi will step out. Marco Hernandez, the pinch runner, at second. Brock Holtz at first. So guys who can run on the bases. Three and 1. Mookie Betts on deck. But right now, an excellent count for the rookie. Will he get something to turn on? The 3-1. And a breaking ball inside. He walked him instead, and the bases are loaded for the Red Sox. And no place to put Mookie Betts. Mookie today has struck out twice. He's popped up to first. He's also taken ball 4 and stole 2 bases after he did that in the 6th inning.
And one of those was the stolen base to third before the pitcher even threw the ball. Or in the shift, he just took off at third base.
And he could be a hero today here in Toronto in a 1-1 tie in the 10th. And for Grilli, the Wolf is at the door, and he'll tie that shoe again. Betts had really heated up coming into Toronto, where he hit his first home run of the season in game 1. He backs off. That's in tight, ball 1. Very, very good with the bases loaded in his brief career. 360. It's Hernandez, Holt, and Benintendi. It has been such a struggle for both sides to score today. And a 1-0. That's a ball.
Great spot for Mookie Betts. 2-0, bases loaded. Fastball, just look for it, middle in where he likes it. Don't get it, let it pass.
Runners leading at first, second, and third. Here's the 2-0. Line shot. Fair ball down the line. In to score Hernandez. In to score Holt. Here comes Benintendi. All 3 of them in. And the Red Sox busted open here in the 10th.
Exactly what I was talking about, Dave. You're in a perfect situation. You know he's going to come in with a strike. You know he's going to come with a fastball. Just look for your spot. And for me, Mookie's spot is the ball middle in. And that's exactly where he gets it. Not too far inside, but the inside part of the plate, and he hooks it right out of there. Watch the location. I mean, he loves the ball right there.
And ripped it down the line for his 100th career double. What a spot for that. And 3 men score as the Red Sox have taken a 4-1 lead in the 10th. Hernandez, Holt, and Benintendi. And Betts has put the Red Sox in front 4-1. A huge hit by Mookie Betts. A bases clearing 3-run double off of Grilli. And the Red Sox have a cushion now, 4-1 in the 10th inning. And Hanley Ramirez, the batter, against Danny Barnes out of their bullpen. Betts with his 6th, 7th, and 8th RBIs of the season. In a clutch spot. It's the 2nd inning in a row the Red Sox have done it with 2 down. And some really good at-bats in the inning. Leon with that big walk. Benintendi took 1-2. And Betts delivers.
Yeah, really walks got really in trouble, didn't they? You know, the walk to Leon, and then he threw a 3-2 breaking ball to Benintendi to walk him to get the Betts. Fell behind Betts, and then Betts made it really hurt.
Hernandez running for him. He came in to score. And the Red Sox are up by 3. Try to win the series. That one stroked to center field, and Pilar will make the play. Hard hit by Hanley. Big hit for Betts. He drives in 3, and the Sox are ahead in the 10th, 4-1. Well, a giant double there for Mookie Betts to clear off the bases with 2 down in the top of the 10th inning. And 3 men scoring. Vasquez will take over behind the plate. Kimbrel back out there now for his 2nd inning. And looking to put this one into the win column for the Red Sox. As Saltalamacchia, who has whiffed 3 times today, swings and misses for strike 1.
Had a very, very tough day against Sale from the right side of the plate.
So did the rest of the Toronto team, as he struck out 13 men over 8 innings. No decision. for Chris Sale, but so deserving of a victory. Red Sox trying to get one nonetheless, win the series and go to Baltimore. And the 1-1. A strike. Bottom third of the order here for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the 10th. Red Sox pitching has held them to 5 hits. And the 1 run, the home run by Morales that tied it. Cut on and missed. He strikes out again for the 4th time today.
Now that's the 3rd strikeout Kimbrel has had since coming. He struck out the last 3 guys he's faced.
Next in will be Travis, who has single, fly to left, and struck out. He was the 12th strikeout victim of Chris Sale here this afternoon. 1 man out in the 10th. And a strike. So Kimbrel, after blowing the save, can be the last man standing today. Tried to hold up, but he could not do it on a pitch into the dirt, and it's 0-2.
Has been a very interesting game here this afternoon in Toronto.
Really giving it up as the Red Sox got to him for 3. And the fastball a little bit high at 97 to make it 1-2. With a win, the Red Sox would improve to 10-6. A little high again, same spot as the previous pitch. Red Sox have only used 2 pitchers today. Toronto has used 5 relievers. 2-2 home. He got him. Back to the breaking ball to strike him out looking.
That's 4 in a row now for Kimbrel. Fastball, fastball. Breaking ball for the strikeouts. Goes to the breaking ball right here, outside part of the plate, unhittable.
So he set down 5 in a row, 4 by strikeout since the home run by Morales. And here's Coghlan, maybe the last man to swing today, with 2 down in the 10th. His first at bat here this afternoon. Red Sox ahead 4-1, 1 out away from a victory. So when they had, then the game was tied. May have it in hand again as that one is flicked foul out of play. And a really interesting day here at Rogers Center. Pilar on deck. Here's the 1-1. Roller toward first, but foul. Red Sox pitching has struck out 17 Toronto hitters.
That's not a bad afternoon. 17 strikeouts.
And Kimbrel trying to strike out the side in the 10th, trying to end it on number 18. And a 1-2 to Coghlan. He unloaded there, 98. Nobody on base, 2 down. 4-1 Boston. Red Sox a strike away from winning the series. And a ground foul again. A loss loss for Gibbons and Toronto. They go to 3-12. And the rumblings are going to continue here. The 2-2. Just hanging in there.
And Kimbrel throwing a lot of pitches in this second inning. I wonder, if he's able to finish this off, he probably wouldn't be available for tomorrow's ball game. 2 innings in this game right now, and a lot of pitches here in the 10th inning.
The next one will be number 30. The right-hander looking to end it. And the 2-2 again. And he does with a strikeout. How fitting is that today? The Red Sox with 18 strikeouts and win the ball game in extras.